For almost 2 years straight, there would not be a day that would go by where I wouldn't hear from somebody who was frustrated with where they're at in life. Many times it would be friends or friends of friends, family members. But most often it would be complete strangers just reaching out to me, looking for help. I remember one time taking a phone call from a family member, a cousin of mine, who was in tears with just how frustrated they were with their lack of purpose and options that they felt that they had. My name is Stuart Ross, and I'm certainly not famous. I'm not some sort of business guru. I haven't been featured on the Forbes 100 rich lists or anything like that. So unless you've stumbled across me on YouTube or maybe Facebook or heard about me through a friend or something, the chances are that you have no idea who I am. And that's because I'm absolutely an average guy. The only difference in terms of how people often see me in comparison to where they're at in life is that every single day I'm living a life of total freedom and flexibility. People can see the purpose and passion I have in what I do. And most often it's complete strangers who have stumbled across me on YouTube or one of my videos somewhere, like I say, often social media. And they recognize that we're in a different world today. No longer is it the Industrial Revolution. No longer do we live in a world where we have to feel trapped in the rat race. As human beings, I'm a strong believer we were never designed from the start to set alarm clocks and force ourselves out of bed, into our cars, sit in traffic, commute to a job, an office, a place of work, saying yes boss, no boss, coming home at night tired and frustrated, feeling like we don't have any real purpose. Yet how many of us do that? For 8 years straight, I was climbing the ladder, but I always had a subconscious inner feeling that there had to be something better out there. The thing that excites me most about the world today is that I feel people are, excuse the cliche, becoming somewhat more enlightened. And a lot of it is to do with the ability for us to educate ourselves and learn things from many different individuals from all around the world with a click of a mouse. One guy that was pretty much fully responsible for completely changing my life, getting me out of my job and into a position of complete self-reliance and freedom, was a guy I stumbled across on the internet back in 2008. And to this very day, I can't tell you how grateful I am that I had that opportunity. And that opportunity didn't exist before. All we knew to do is what we're told to do through traditional systems and traditional education. The world is changing. And I guess the scary fact is that, futurists are predicting things like by 2040, half of the jobs that exist in the world today will disappear. They're going to be replaced by artificial intelligence, technology. Other futurists are predicting within the next 5 years that 90% of jobs that are 35,000 a year in salary or below won't even exist because they'll be replaced by some sort of automation. And then there's other businesses and some of the more traditional careers out there that we think are safe. But so many people behind the scenes, people who have a better understanding of where the world is right now, absolutely know with complete certainty that there will be companies and businesses that are wiped out, with people losing their careers and jobs. students coming out of university, getting an education for a world that is completely different to the world that we were even in 20 years ago. Now let me tell you something, I'm not here to spread doom and gloom. If you want that, turn on the TV, you'll see enough of it there. But, you know, the reality is some of the most powerful people in the world right now, politicians for example, are so unaware of what's happening. You know, we're going to bring back manufacturing jobs into our country as an example. Yet, in countries like China, where labour is cheaper than anywhere else on the planet, literally humans who are working for cents, pennies, a week, a month, are still being replaced by technology and more efficient systems. And that's because the world we live in today is a digital world. We live in a digital economy. And whilst that sounds scary to the average person, I'm a great believer of the fact there is more opportunity right now than there has ever been possible in history. And the good news is there's opportunity to create a career for yourself, to earn an income, doing something that provides you with purpose and passion and drive. Something that gives you freedom and flexibility. Since 2008, I've been able to earn my living as long as I have my laptop under my arm, often just my cell phone, my mobile. Been able to create several businesses that generate over 8 figures in revenue every single year. Yet I'm not tied to an office or commuting, sitting in traffic, answering to a boss. You're probably wondering, what is the purpose of everything that I'm sharing with you right now? What I want to say to you is that, yes, the world is changing. You know that, otherwise you wouldn't still be listening to me. You'd be doing what so many people are doing and you'd be burying your head in the sand. But I want to share a message of not just hope, but utter belief in the fact that you can reskill, you can change the way that you think and create a vision for yourself that probably far exceeds anything that you ever dreamed possible. You know, whilst my life is not perfect, look, I'm a human being, we all have our problems. We all have things that happen that are out of our control. My life is so much better than what I would have ever believed possible, especially following the traditional way of thinking. And I want to suggest to you that if you can reskill, if you can change the way that you think and you can adapt for the world that we're in right now and where we're going, you're going to have some sleepless nights, not worrying about what everybody's talking about on the news and what your friends and families are concerned about, but having sleepless nights with how excited you are to be able to create a life of just pure purpose, passion and drive. Now, don't twist my words. One thing I'm not saying is this is not an overnight thing, you know. But I can tell you this, is that after many years of teaching people the ways of the world, the digital world, and helping people rethink and create a true vision for what they want in life, I've been able to help people within 6-12 months completely change their lives in ways that they, just like I, would have never believed possible. And so this is actually a video of nothing but positivity for those who are prepared to do the work. And that's something I'll make very clear, is you're going to have to do the work. Since 2010, I've been working on a business model and an educational system that enables people to not just reskill, not just create a new vision for themselves, but I've been able to create and prove a business model where you don't have to go back to school. You don't have to go back to university to reskill and re-educate, but you can actually learn ways to start earning while you're learning. earning while you're reskilling, because there are business models that exist today that have never been possible before in history. You know, I got my start, as an example, in the online world by simply getting paid commissions for referring people to other people's businesses and websites. And instead of going to a job and commuting and working long hours, I was focused every day on some new skills. You know, new skills that enabled me to pick up commission checks for simply referring others on the internet to products and services that match their needs, solved their problems, gave them what they wanted, what they desired. And within 24 months of me reskilling and making my full-time income on the internet, which actually happened within 6 months of me getting started, but within 24 months, I found my life purpose. I found a life that is unexplainable to those who have never experienced the fire to get up every day and really do what you love. People ask me all the time, you know, you're always traveling, Stuart, you're never in one place. You're living the dream life, you know, do you ever work? And the truth is, I'm always working. Whether it be from my phone or my laptop. As long as I've got an internet connection, I can work, but I don't see really any of it as work. Because I've been able to rethink and create a lifestyle by design that most people say is too good to be true. So I'm going to challenge you on that. My suggestion is that you do two things. First of all, have a check-in with yourself where you are at in life right now. How much purpose do you really have in what you're doing? How passionate are you really about what you're doing? How fed up are you with being stuck? Maybe in the rat race, working for a boss, or in a business that you really have no real desire to be in anymore. And how good does it feel to think that we live in a world right now that offers more opportunity than what has ever existed before? And the second thing I'm going to challenge you to do is go through our free curriculums and trainings and learn a little bit more about how you can reskill for this digital economy and how you can earn while you learn and how you can discover new business models that aren't being taught in school, that your friends and families aren't talking about. You know, there is no one business model that fits all, but there absolutely is the opportunity to discover something that you are going to feel truly aligned with. And if it gives you the freedom and the flexibility to live life on your own terms, do you think it would be worth putting in the time, the energy, the effort to start to reskill, to start to rethink, and maybe reset a vision for yourself that's bigger than yourself? On this page, you're going to be able to find out more about what we're offering within our free modules, our free trainings. There is no catch. You know, every day me, my team, my business partner Jay are always thinking, what can we do to wake more people up? And it's true, you know, our academies and our curriculums take a lot of time, energy, effort, and resources, and chances are we're going to offer you something in the future to get involved with. A program, a curriculum, a course, a seminar, an event. But if that scares you, then maybe you're not ready to discover a new way of thinking. Maybe you're not ready for success in this new economy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel it's my job to wake people up to this tidal wave of, you know, a new world that's coming that is going to just wipe out so many jobs and careers and take away so much security. You know, the idea of job security and pensions, I think you'll agree, they don't exist. And it's each and every one of our selves' responsibility to secure our future. And that's going to require some work. And if you're prepared to do some work, you just might surprise yourself with what you find and how exciting this journey can really be. I hope to see you on the inside, where we're going to be sharing some pretty exciting stuff.